Have you ever thought that something as simple as where you place a plant could influence the energy flow in your home? Imagine a small adjustment, just a shift in location, could open the way for prosperity and harmony. Buddhist teachings encourage mindfulness not just within our minds, but also in our surroundings. Every element we bring into our space influences our mental state and quality of life. Plants, specifically, are powerful carriers of energy. Just like we tend to our thoughts, we can mindfully arrange our living spaces to enhance peace, health, and prosperity. Consider the snake plant. While it may seem like just another indoor decoration, its energy is far from ordinary. Resilient, enduring, and vibrant, this plant symbolizes balance and protection. In Buddhist philosophy, symbols like these carry profound meanings. They're reminders of nature's teachings, influencing our journey toward inner peace and abundance. Let's imagine a woman named May. May had always been drawn to beautiful indoor plants and adorned her apartment with lush greenery. But over time, May noticed something. Despite her vibrant home, she felt unsettled, as if her life was slightly off balance. She had energy, but it wasn't focused. One day she learned about a concept rooted in both Buddhist and Feng Shui wisdom: mindful placement. She realized her beloved snake plant, while healthy, was in an area of her home that held stagnant energy. It was a dim corner with cluttered shelves. May decided to clear this space, relocating her snake plant to a sunlit corner near her living room. Over the next few weeks, she felt a shift, not just in her surroundings, but in her mindset. Her space felt calmer, lighter, and more open to the flow of positive energy. Mindful placement and the flow of qi. As Buddha taught, our minds are like gardens and thoughts are the seeds. This applies to our living spaces as well. In both Buddhist teachings and Feng Shui practices, qi refers to the life force energy flowing through our environment. Just as a cluttered mind disrupts peace, a cluttered space interrupts qi. For a snake plant to bring its full potential of positive energy, it needs to be placed in areas that support a healthy flow of qi. The power of mindful intention with your snake plant. Imagine you're watering a plant with mindful intention, sensing that each drop symbolizes the seeds of abundance you are planting in your life. In Buddhist philosophy, the act of nurturing, whether it's a plant or your own mind, is an act of cultivation. Each intention we set, no matter how small, sends energy out into the world, influencing what comes back to us. Consider the Buddhist teaching: the mind is everything. What you think, you become. By bringing this level of mindfulness to your plant care, you're not only nurturing its physical growth, but also strengthening the energy of prosperity in your own life. In essence, how you care for a plant mirrors how you cultivate your own spirit. Why placement matters for positive energy. In Buddhism, each of our actions leaves an imprint on our surroundings and inner being. Our homes, like our minds, reflect our inner state. Each object we bring into our living space carries energy. And just as our minds need space and clarity, so do our homes. Here's an exercise. Look around your space and notice the areas that feel alive and balanced versus those that feel heavy or stagnant. These dead zones can make even the most vibrant plants struggle, mirroring blocked energy in our lives. Placing a plant like the snake plant in these zones can unintentionally trap its positive energy, keeping it from radiating the harmony it naturally brings. Imagine you've placed a snake plant in a dark, cluttered corner, surrounded by items you rarely use. Over time, you may feel that space pulling you down whenever you walk past it. There's a heaviness that lingers. Now imagine clearing that space, arranging it neatly, and placing the snake plant there with intention. Suddenly the area feels lighter, and each time you pass it, there's a subtle lift in your spirit. In Buddhist wisdom, such acts are an extension of right mindfulness, an essential step on the path to peace. By mindfully choosing where to place your snake plant, You are making room for qi to flow freely, bringing a sense of peace and harmony that nourishes the spirit. Common mistakes with the snake plant and how to avoid them. A common mistake many people make is placing the snake plant near areas related to finances, like desks or filing cabinets. While it might seem logical, placing a plant that symbolizes abundance near finances, in practice this can actually disrupt the energy of prosperity. In Feng Shui, protective energy is essential, but for financial energy to flow, it requires a welcoming and open environment. Buddha teaches the middle path, everything in balance, free from extremes. When we overly shield financial areas, we inadvertently block the energy that could otherwise flow freely and draw prosperity to us. Another frequent misstep is placing the snake plant in areas where energy feels stuck. In Buddhist and Feng Shui practices, energy, often referred to as qi, is likened to water. It needs to move and circulate. When energy gets stuck in certain spaces, such as dim corners or cluttered rooms, it creates blockages that can disrupt the peace and flow of abundance in our lives. Picture a room you rarely use, a space where items have gathered dust. If you place your snake plant in such an area, it becomes difficult for it to fulfill its purpose of purifying the air and harmonizing energy. Its influence is hindered by the stagnant energy around it, which can dampen not only the plant's natural vitality, but also the positive flow within your home. Imagine a monk walking through a forest. Each step he takes is deliberate and mindful, connecting him to the earth and to every leaf around him. Now picture yourself walking through your home with the same mindfulness. Observe areas where energy feels blocked or heavy. By placing your snake plant in an area where the energy flows, like near a window with soft sunlight or an open space where you meditate, you invite the same sense of lightness and balance into your life. If these teachings resonate with you, please like this video and share it with others who may need a bit of peace and guidance today. By spreading wisdom, we create a ripple effect of positive energy. Practical steps to use the snake plant for harmony and prosperity. In Buddhist teachings, daily rituals and habits carry great power. They are reminders to stay present, to breathe, and to bring awareness to each task. When you make the care of your snake plant a daily ritual, you're not just attending to a physical task. You're nurturing an energy that mirrors your intentions for prosperity, peace, and well-being. A simple way to start is by setting aside a few minutes each morning to water the plant mindfully. As you pour water into the soil, visualize the energy of abundance flowing into your life. Picture your home filling with light, balance, and peace, and let this ritual be a gentle reminder of the power of your intentions. Choosing the right spot for prosperity. The snake plant thrives in areas with good air circulation and indirect light. In Buddhist and Feng Shui traditions, this placement supports a healthy flow of qi, which contributes to an environment where abundance and harmony can naturally flourish. Consider positioning the snake plant in areas like the living room, where family and friends gather. This space symbolizes connection, unity, and shared energy, values that foster prosperity not just materially, but emotionally and spiritually as well. As you engage with the plant, take a moment to set an intention. In Buddhism, the power of intention is central to the practice of mindfulness. The energy you project while caring for the plant will, in turn, shape the energy it gives back. Every time you water it, set a clear intention. May this plant be a vessel for peace and prosperity in my life. Example of a daily affirmation. Buddha once said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." As you tend to the plant, repeat this affirmation. I cultivate peace, I cultivate harmony, and I invite prosperity into my life. Let this become a grounding mantra that centers you, reminding you of the abundance you are inviting into your space. Embracing the mindfulness of patience and consistency. In Buddhism, patience is viewed as a virtue that reveals the essence of spiritual growth. A plant, like any living thing, needs time and care to grow. Just as Buddha taught that a jug fills drop by drop, our journey toward prosperity and inner peace is a gradual one. Nurturing a snake plant is a practice in patience. Each time you water it, you are reminded that growth is a slow and beautiful process. The plant's growth is a metaphor for our own journey, teaching us that prosperity doesn't come from haste but from nurturing and consistent care. Think of a monk tending a small sapling in a monastery garden. He knows that one day this small tree will provide shade for future generations, but he's not in a rush. Each day he waters the sapling with care, aware that time will do its part if he does his. In the same way, caring for your snake plant is an act of trust. Trust in the process, in the time it takes to cultivate true abundance and peace. Mindfulness isn't reserved for meditation. It's a way of approaching all actions. In Buddhism, even the smallest task, done mindfully, can become a pathway to wisdom. By caring for your plant with intention and patience, you practice mindfulness which extends beyond the plant and into your interactions, work, and daily decisions. Avoiding common pitfalls with your snake plant, a Buddhist perspective. In Buddhism, intention is at the heart of every meaningful action. The Buddha taught, "With our thoughts, we make the world." This means that each action we take, no matter how small, creates a ripple in the energy around us. When we tend to our snake plant, it's not simply a task. It's a moment to bring our intentions into focus. Many people may water a plant out of habit without considering the impact of their energy. But with each mindful act, we channel our intentions, our desires for peace, harmony, and abundance into our environment. The snake plant becomes more than a plant. It transforms into a reflection of our aspirations and energy. Exercise. Next time you water your snake plant, take a moment to focus on your intention. Visualize abundance, not only as material wealth but as peace, wisdom, and balance filling your life. By infusing your actions with intention, you elevate them into a form of meditation. The placement of your snake plant isn't just about aesthetics, it's about creating a balanced flow of energy within your home. In Buddhism and Feng Shui practices, everything in our environment holds and influences energy. Just as Buddha taught us to walk the middle path and avoid extremes, finding the right balance in our physical spaces is equally important. Consider the analogy of a river. When there's an obstruction, the water either slows down or overflows, creating imbalance. In your home, if energy becomes blocked or stagnant in certain areas, it disrupts the natural flow. Avoid placing your snake plant in overly cluttered corners or near finance-related areas where protective energy may inadvertently act as a barrier to prosperity. Instead, find places in your home that feel open, peaceful, and inviting, perhaps near a meditation space or a window with indirect light. This placement allows your plant to harmonize the energy around it and amplify your intentions for growth and prosperity. Comment below with the intention you'd like to bring into your home. Whether it's peace, abundance, or patience, let's inspire each other on this journey toward mindful living, creating a daily ritual of mindful connection with your plant. Buddhism emphasizes the power of rituals as pathways to mindfulness and inner peace. A ritual isn't merely a routine, it's an intentional practice that brings focus and meaning to our daily lives. In the same way that monks begin each day with meditation, chanting, or mindful tasks, you can create a daily ritual around caring for your snake plant. This practice not only supports the plant's vitality, but also strengthens your connection to peace and abundance. Each time you tend to the plant, let it be a reminder of the harmony you are cultivating within yourself and in your surroundings. Each morning, spend a few minutes tending to your plant. Begin with a moment of stillness, setting a mindful intention for the day. Water it gently, watching how each drop nourishes the soil, much like the intentions you plant within yourself. Visualize this act as a way of nurturing not only the plant, but also the energy of prosperity in your life. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to join our community of peace seekers and wisdom sharers. Together, we'll continue exploring ways to cultivate a balanced, abundant life. Using the snake plant as a visual anchor for mindfulness, Buddhist teachings encourage us to use symbols as reminders of the path to inner peace. Just as statues of the Buddha remind practitioners of wisdom and compassion, your snake plant can become a living symbol of the energy you seek to cultivate. Each time you see the plant, let it remind you of your goals for peace, harmony, and prosperity. Allow it to ground you in the present moment. When your thoughts become scattered, the plant can serve as an anchor, bringing you back to a state of centered mindfulness. Throughout the day, whenever you pass by the plant, take a slow, deep breath. Let this moment anchor you in the present, reminding you to approach life with mindfulness and patience. Imagine each breath as nourishment for your inner garden, just as water is for the plant. Patience and growth lessons from the snake plant. The Buddha taught, "A jug fills drop by drop." Just as a plant grows slowly, so does the path to inner peace and true abundance. Patience is a central tenet in Buddhism, reminding us that the most valuable things in life cannot be rushed. When we cultivate patience, we learn to appreciate the gradual journey of growth. As you tend to your snake plant, observe its slow and steady growth. Let it serve as a reminder that prosperity and success are not destinations, but ongoing processes. When we embrace patience, we allow things to unfold in their own time, knowing that our efforts will bear fruit when the time is right. Imagine that each time you water your plant, you're nurturing a seed of prosperity within yourself. Like the plant, your intentions will grow steadily. This practice of patient nurturing builds inner wealth, which eventually manifests in outer success. Mindful growth, focusing on progress, not perfection. In Buddhist thought, perfection is an illusion. The true aim is progress, a slow, mindful journey of growth. Your snake plant doesn't grow overnight, nor does it worry about reaching a perfect state. It grows naturally, each new leaf a small testament to the process of becoming. Adopt the same approach in your life. Focus on each small step, each mindful action, rather than rushing toward an end goal. Celebrate small moments of progress, whether they are in your relationships, your work, or your inner peace. The snake plant and the power of intention. In Buddhism, intention is considered the root of all actions. Each time you care for your snake plant, take a moment to set an intention. You might say, "May this plant be a beacon of peace and prosperity in my home." This intention shapes the energy that surrounds the plant, creating a space that resonates with your desires for harmony and success. Example of a daily affirmation. As you water your plant, try repeating this affirmation. "I cultivate peace and abundance in my life, just as I nurture this plant." Over time, this simple ritual can strengthen your connection to your goals, aligning your actions with your intentions. Each time you tend to your plant, cultivate a sense of gratitude for the prosperity already present in your life. In Buddhism, gratitude is seen as a path to contentment. When we recognize the abundance around us, we open ourselves to even more positive energy. Exercise. As you care for your plant, mentally list 3 things you're grateful for. This gratitude practice, combined with the act of nurturing your plant, reinforces an energy of abundance. Each act of care strengthens your mindset, aligning your life with the flow of prosperity and inner peace. Energy flow and the law of impermanence. One of the core teachings of Buddhism is impermanence, the understanding that everything in life is constantly changing. The snake plant, like all living things, goes through cycles of growth and renewal. By observing these cycles, we learn to accept change and let go of attachments. True prosperity comes from flowing with life's changes, not resisting them. Just as you accept the plant's natural growth, you can embrace the unfolding of your life with openness. This perspective allows you to remain centered even when life takes unexpected turns. Example: imagine how a river flows around obstacles, moving steadily onward. Like the river, life continues to flow. By aligning with the law of impermanence, we find freedom from the anxiety of loss and gain. Prosperity then becomes not a static goal but a state of openness and adaptability. In Feng Shui and Buddhist practice alike, allowing energy to move freely is essential to a balanced life. Just as the snake plant thrives in a well-ventilated open space, we thrive when we allow the natural flow of life to move unimpeded. Let go of material or emotional clutter in your space. Just as you would clear stagnant energy around the plant, release attachments to things that no longer serve you. This creates space for new opportunities and fresh energy. Exercise. Try clearing a small area around your plant, removing anything that feels stagnant or unnecessary. Notice the lightness this creates, and allow this to inspire you to clear mental clutter as well. By removing what is no longer needed, you make space for abundance to enter. If you have a special spot for your plant or any mindful rituals that bring you peace, we'd love to hear about them. Share your thoughts below, and let's grow this community with shared inspiration and ideas, building a space of harmony and inner wealth. In Buddhism, wealth is not only measured in material terms, but also in the quality of our relationships. Building a positive relationship with your plant mirrors the importance of nurturing connections with people in your life. Just as the snake plant thrives with mindful care, our relationships flourish when we bring compassion and presence into them. To invite prosperity into your life, create a space of balance and tranquility. By caring for your plant, clearing stagnant areas, and allowing light and energy to move freely, you cultivate an environment that reflects inner peace. This space serves as a sanctuary for your mind, helping you focus on your journey toward harmony and abundance. Example: think of your home as an extension of your inner self. When you create harmony in your space, it encourages a peaceful and prosperous mind. This practice aligns with the Buddha's teaching, what we think, we become. A harmonious space supports a harmonious mind, which in turn draws abundance into your life. The practice of simplicity and contentment for a life of peace. In Buddhism, contentment is a profound teaching. The Buddha said, "Contentment is the greatest wealth." This doesn't mean rejecting all material things, but rather understanding that true fulfillment comes from within. As we practice simplicity, we find that peace and abundance come naturally. Our homes, much like our minds, can become cluttered with things we don't need. By consciously choosing simplicity in our surroundings, we create space for clarity and mindfulness. The snake plant, with its simple, resilient beauty, embodies this teaching. It thrives without much, needing only light, water, and a mindful presence. Example of simplicity in practice. Imagine clearing out unnecessary items in your living room, leaving only what brings you joy and peace. When you're done, place your snake plant as a central feature. Now, each time you see it, you're reminded of the peace that simplicity brings. This mindful choice can also inspire you to declutter your thoughts, making space for clarity and calm. Buddhist wisdom teaches that gratitude is a bridge to contentment. When we focus on what we already have, we shift our minds from scarcity to abundance. By being thankful, even for small things, we cultivate an energy that attracts more of what we need. Gratitude exercise. As you water your snake plant, practice gratitude. Reflect on 3 things you're thankful for that day. Let this sense of gratitude fill your space, creating an atmosphere of abundance and contentment. Just as the plant soaks up water, allow yourself to absorb the positive energy of gratitude. letting it nourish your spirit, embracing patience and the wisdom of slow growth. In today's fast-paced world, we often want results immediately, but as the Buddha taught, a jug fills drop by drop. Just like the steady growth of your snake plant, true prosperity requires patience and persistence. Each small act of kindness, each mindful choice builds a foundation for lasting peace and abundance. Example of practicing patience. Imagine planting a seed, knowing that it will take months or even years to grow into a strong tree. Just as you can't rush its growth, trust that each mindful action you take today will lead you toward a life of abundance in time. When you feel impatient, look to your snake plant as a reminder of the power of slow, steady progress. Buddhist philosophy views obstacles not as barriers, but as teachers. Every challenge we face is an opportunity to practice resilience, patience, and understanding. If your plant's leaves show signs of struggle, perhaps due to too little light or overwatering, don't see it as a failure. Instead, see it as a chance to learn and adapt. If you notice your plant struggling, respond with care. Adjust its placement, provide balanced water, or ensure it has enough light. Each adjustment is a lesson in mindfulness, teaching you how to respond thoughtfully to challenges rather than reacting with frustration. This practice reflects the Buddhist teaching of right action, guiding us to act with wisdom and compassion. Aligning with the law of impermanence for lasting peace. In Buddhism, the law of impermanence is one of the core teachings. Everything in life, from our thoughts to our surroundings, is in a constant state of change. When we embrace impermanence, we free ourselves from attachment, making room for true peace and prosperity to flow. The snake plant, like all living things, undergoes cycles of growth and renewal. It reminds us that life is ever evolving. If a leaf wilts, it's part of the natural process. If new shoots emerge, it's a sign of life's continual renewal. By observing these changes, we learn to let go and find peace in the flow of life. Example of embracing impermanence. Consider a time when you had to part with something, an item, a relationship, or a phase of life. Rather than holding on, imagine letting go with gratitude, trusting that life will bring new blessings. This practice helps you flow with change just as you tend to your plant with acceptance of its natural cycles. Buddhism teaches that attachment is a source of suffering. When we cling too tightly to things, we invite fear, frustration, and disappointment. True wealth comes not from accumulation, but from the freedom to live in the present without the burden of clinging to what we might lose. Imagine your home as a garden. Each item, each plant is a flower in that garden. Periodically ask yourself, is this item bringing peace to my space, or is it cluttering it? As you let go of items that no longer serve you, you create space for new energy, new growth, and new blessings. Building positive relationships as a source of inner wealth. In Buddhism, wealth is not measured by material possessions, but by the richness of our connections. Positive relationships are a form of abundance. When we nurture connections with kindness, compassion, and sincerity, we create a supportive network that amplifies positive energy. As Buddha taught, thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. This means that the more we share kindness, the more we create harmony in our lives and in the lives of those around us. Consider how your plant depends on you for care, just as we depend on one another for support. Let this serve as a reminder to nurture the relationships in your life with the same mindful attention, sharing your energy freely without fear of depletion. As you strengthen these connections, you create a foundation of trust and support that enhances your inner wealth. Buddhist teachings emphasize the value of Sangha, or community. A strong community offers encouragement, wisdom, and support along our spiritual journey. Cultivate gratitude for the people who bring positivity into your life, and extend kindness to those who may need it. As you care for your plant, reflect on the people who have supported you, taught you, or brought joy into your life. Imagine this gratitude as an energy that nourishes your spirit, just as you nourish your plant. This practice of gratitude strengthens your bond with your community, making you a source of positive energy for others, turning your home into a sanctuary of peace and abundance. In both Buddhism and Feng Shui, arranging your space with intention enhances the flow of energy. A clutter-free, balanced home encourages a calm and peaceful mind. The Buddha taught, "What we think, we become." By creating a harmonious space, you cultivate a mind that is equally calm and focused. Your snake plant is an anchor of positive energy within your home. Place it in an area that feels open and peaceful, perhaps near a meditation corner or a spot where natural light streams in. This mindful arrangement allows your space to breathe, creating a sanctuary that supports inner peace and prosperity. Exercise in mindful arrangement. Take a few minutes to walk through your space, noticing areas that feel cluttered or heavy. Consider how you might rearrange or clear these areas, allowing light and positive energy to flow freely. Think of your space as an extension of your inner state. As you bring harmony to your surroundings, you bring harmony to your mind. In Buddhist practice, reminders of peace and compassion, such as statues, images, or plants, can be powerful. These symbols keep us centered and mindful, even in busy moments. Let your snake plant serve as a daily reminder of your journey toward inner peace, harmony, and abundance. Place your snake plant where you will see it often, perhaps near your workspace or a spot you pass by frequently. Each time you see it, let it remind you to pause, breathe, and return to your intentions for the day. This small moment of mindfulness can set a peaceful tone for the hours ahead, creating a ripple effect of calm throughout your day. The journey of mindful living, bringing it all together. At the heart of Buddhism is the belief that each choice we make shapes our path. Living mindfully is a journey, a continuous process of becoming aware and aligning our actions with our values. Each time you tend to your plant, clear your space, or bring gratitude to your day, you're choosing peace over chaos, harmony over imbalance, and abundance over scarcity. Reflect on one intention you want to bring into your life, whether it's peace, abundance, compassion, or resilience. Write it down and place it near your plant. Let this intention guide your daily choices, and remember that like a plant, it will grow and flourish with time and care. As we come to the end of this journey together, let's reflect on what we've learned, not just as ideas but as seeds planted within us, ready to grow. The Buddha taught that true wealth is found within, and through mindfulness, patience, and intentional living, we unlock a path to that inner abundance. The teachings here are more than ways to arrange plants or decorate a home. They are steps to a more peaceful, present, and prosperous life. Imagine each practice you adopt as a gentle step forward, a commitment to creating harmony not only in your environment but also in your heart. Think of this journey as a lifelong practice. Each time you walk through your home, each moment you spend in the presence of your plant, let it remind you of these lessons. Just as your snake plant grows and thrives with care, so too will your life blossom when you nurture it with intention, patience, and gratitude. The small daily acts of mindfulness build a foundation for inner peace and resilience, making your life richer in ways that go beyond material wealth. In Buddhism, the journey is ongoing. It's not about reaching a final destination, but learning to be present, embracing each moment with an open heart. You may find that your home, your life, and your mindset continue to shift and evolve as you deepen your understanding of these teachings. Embrace these changes with grace, knowing that each shift brings new insights and opportunities for growth. As we close, I invite you to pause, take a deep breath, and bring your awareness to the present moment. May your home be a sanctuary of peace, a space that nourishes your spirit. May the intentions you set here grow like the roots of your plant, grounding you in wisdom, patience, and compassion. And may you carry forward the energy of abundance, sharing it freely with those around you, creating a ripple effect of kindness, harmony, and inner wealth. Thank you for being part of this journey. Remember, the seeds of peace and prosperity are within you. Nurture them and let them blossom in every corner of your life.